Hello my fellow gamers, some Buggy Gaming, and welcome back to yet another episode on the CodexMC server. And I have to say, it's brilliant to be back on the server, and it has been quite a while since I was last on here recording, and that is down to a few reasons. The first being is the latest UHC that we have been doing. Like, if you are sub to the channel, you will know that we started showing what happened a few days ago, and all I can say, it was so much fun when we did it. And I really am thinking that, well, when we going to do the next one, because I really want to get on it, because I've got a good few ideas for that one, and that's like freaking awesome and stuff. The other reason is like mod source, as you know. So once you get into mods, it's really hard to go back into Miller, or even just to take a break from mod to go back into Miller, and that's one of the things. And the third thing is this: the island. Yes. I have been lacking the inspiration to build on this thing for the past few weeks. Like, each time I've been trying to build on this, like, I'm thinking, ugh. And like, even when you saw in the last episode when I was just doing like the stone rim around the sides, I was kind of doubting myself, like, and every once in a while I think, yes, I'll build on it. It seems like such fantastic idea, and then I get the little hint that's saying, why are you doing this? Because yes, you think you're looking at this and it's just stupidly large structure in the sky, and I really don't know, like, yeah, it's just one of those. I'm thinking, with that in mind, like the lacking of inspiration, I'm thinking I'm going to sack this thing off for maybe a little while. Might come back to it to build something else, but I don't quite know yet. I really don't know. But the thing is, the thing that I really do love doing is cave dwelling. Like, all the two bases that I've done on the previous season of Codex and my previous vanilla server, have all been underground. Like, if you follow me right from the start, before we got challenge taken down and such, the first server, my Inception, I built a mansion in a mountain. That thing took forever just to get the thing up and running, but it was an absolutely fantastic build. I got as far as getting rooms fitted and even having a stupidly large storage room with so many chests. It was just absolutely fantastic build. And then the second one was, as you saw on the first season of Codex, the underground cave system, where I had that humongous entrance from this cave. It went down, had the nether portal on the bottom, the first set of stairs, and then it went down into an underground area with like all the stalactites in the ceiling, and then it went through downstairs and it split into two, one going into a farm area. And I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm just a cave dweller. I love just digging it into ground and having fun, and just going completely nuts, because I know underground you've got near enough no limitations. You just, if you need room, you just dig it out and you go from there. Whereas if it's overground, you just risk falling from such a great height. Exhibit A. And I've done that quite a few times, and Chris knows quite too well, because he's died doing his sphere. And which direction is his sphere again? I think it is sort of that direction, though. I will have to have a look for it, because that's the only location there is an ender chest card. I still haven't bloody built one, because I know for a fact we need to get a little place spawner built, but I'm sure I'll do that later on. So what I'm going to do is try and get some of the supplies, though I've got too much junk on me. What have we got in these chests? Just gravel, stone, redstone, got a few little bits and bobs here and there. So I'm going to take some of the stuff, and we are going to head back to that desert village that we found before we came and found the site for this island. So I'll see you in a little bit. And we're back here at the village. Ozzy, like, you know, this is the one I found just before we went off into the distance to build that island. But either way, yes, this is not the reason why we're down here. This ginormous piece of rock. Just look at the blooming size of it. How huge is this thing? It's just absolutely freaking ginormous. Especially just looking at, we got quite a few cave systems in here, so which means I'm probably going to spend quite a while trying to clear this thing out of mobs, so I won't have any issues in terms of mob spawning just randomly. And just for example's sake, I'm in there somewhere and I hear a zombie and I cannot find it, for example. So that is, or would be, a pain if I didn't clear it. But just looking at the size of it, it's just ridiculously huge. On all those bigger mountains in the game that you can come across just in normal vanilla. I'm not talking about amplified, because amplified is just completely bonkers. I've loaded up a world just to do it randomly, and they go to about Y200 plus. So I reckon this is only going to about maybe Y150, possibly 140, but who knows. But just looking at it, just in case it comes out and then it goes into that area and then off into that distance towards that little forest that you can just about see in the distance. Though the fun fact is working out exactly what the hell we can do with it. And the main idea that I've had is to do what I originally sort of built, or when I joined my first server, obviously the Mineception one, which I did mention just before. And this is going to be like a mansion in the mountain, but version 2. So that means it's going to be a hell of a lot bigger. Obviously, I've got more space to play with, and it's going to be more elaborate. So that is going to be quite challenging. And one of the things that we did on the old server that I'm possibly trying to do is to build some sort of statue up on top of the mountain. And I don't just mean one statue, I'm talking about 4. So if you ever seen like the Lord of the Rings films where they're going through the valley and they see the 2 statues of them holding their hands out saying stop, or stopping any like a warning to stop or something like that, I'm thinking of doing something like that but up here. But 4 of them, one looking this way, one looking south, one looking north, and one looking west. So that will be freaking epic just to try and get that done, because the only problem is, like, say if you just look on this side and we just look at this little section here, you can see that it is just one plain flat surface. So that will make it quite challenging to build one of these statues. The only way I can get around that is just say go a couple blocks out, build it as I would, obviously, you know, 1 block, 1 pixel to scale, like what I did with Breezy's statue. It's spun, but only have it pop coming out just so far up until I get past that certain point, and then it's the full-blown statue again, and they all have to be on the same level. That, I think, will be really, really cool. And even having them in proper stone armor, obviously stone statues, stone armor, it seems quite fitting for that in my eyes. And the next task is working out exactly how we can get into the mountain. You may be thinking, why am I saying that? You just dig into get your pickaxe and dig. Simple as. But no, I want to kind of do something a little bit more fancy. And there I've got a couple options in terms of how I can get in. I could go around to the side near the forest and just dig in, go like that. Or we can go all the way to the top to, which way are we facing at the moment? We are facing south, so yeah, north. So if you go on this side up here and go in through the north facing of the mountain and dig down, that is another possible thing. But I reckon a properly cool way to get in here would be to have an extremely elaborate bridge going from about here over to around about this sort of level, which will be it's going to be quite challenging, I reckon, because firstly I've got to work out what sort of design I want and what sort of materials I want to do, and the second thing is try not to fall when I'm building it. Oh yeah, and the third thing, the materials, what we're going to use. I've got an idea like using like spruce wood, because I love spruce wood. Better than oak, it's got the lovely colour to it. The oak's kind of just a little bit bland. Birch, not a chance in hell. It's just too bright. I don't think it'll work with a bridge, but I don't know. I've got a good few ideas. So I think first things first, get all the resources we need before we actually set upon this bridge to get across and go into the entranceway that we pointed out round about this sort of area. So this is going to be properly fun, and the caves, I'm probably going to explore them later on. Right, I'm back guys, and we are just here for a little update in terms of what is going on. And as you can see right in front of us, we have our basic tree farm just to try and get all the supplies we need before we head inside that thing. And it's just the usual spruce, dark oak and normal oak. Though, to be honest, I've got loads of freaking oak saplings, yet I have hardly got any soil. Though I could actually go back to the old spawn base and pick up some more soil. But even though there is loads of soil just down there, I cannot really be asked going all the way down there just to farm wood. I'd rather just go to my old base and collect the soil. Yeah, I don't know why I prefer to do that as well. It's like walking 5 minutes down there, then 5 minutes down that way, and then planting down there. Whereas if I plant them down there, it's a case of 1 minute done, 1 minute back. Yeah, strange. Now the other thing, as you can see right in front of us, the bridge. We've already started to make work on it. It's just the very simple oak and the stone slabs and stone blocks going across this side. Though the only little query I've got, or a little bit I'm not too sure about, and is it starting to get night? Yes, it is. I'm not really too fussed. It's just the fact that I'm not too sure as to how wide I actually want it. And the reason for that is exactly what am I going to do in terms of the entrance to this thing. The couple of ideas that I've had is to either do a 3x3 or a 4x4 flush hidden doorway. Yes, that does sound bloody epic. And it's just going to be really, really intriguing in terms of how I'm going to do it. So especially like the 4x4 one. Like if you just look on this side of the mountain, we've only got maybe about 8 blocks. And I'm not sure there's going to be enough room inside just for all the redstone magic just to get the thing working. That is the only thing I'm not sure about. And we could move it a little bit, I say maybe 2 or 3 blocks down this way. But I'm thinking maybe 4x4, but we're not too sure now. Let me just come back and let me just sleep. So as I was saying, I'm just a little bit unsure as to how wide I want this bridge. Part of me is just thinking go for a 4 wide bridge, obviously with the 2 extra on the wide, so maybe like a 6 wide bridge. So I'm thinking that might be the best bet, and the other little thing is just a case of how we can do that. I'm sure this I can just work out off camera, just wanted to show you what is going on. So I'll see you in a little while. So by then the bridge should be done, and we should start to be able to dig into there. So guys, I'm back, and I just thought I'd give you a quickie little another update. The village over there, it's just constantly being ramstacked by zombies, and I've already lost a few more villagers. Like, I think one baby zombie did get in, which was blooming on. I think I lost about 3 more villagers, so that is a pain. Also, if we just look right behind us, you can see we're slowly starting to make progress on the inside of this ginormous mountain. Yep, and we've put cobblestone to indicate where we're putting this 4x4 hidden doorway, and the channel that I found the video found the doorway in is Mayazuma Games. I'll give a link of the video itself if you do want to have a look at the doorway and the design, if you do want to use it for your own server or single player world for yourself, because I really cannot wait to do this. But the only problem is it's going to take so much blooming slime, especially for all the sticky pistons and stuff, and it also requires about 4 slime blocks, so that is going to be pretty fun. And also, as you can see in here, this is the starting point of the inside the base itself. Yes, it is only small at the moment, but I can only imagine I am going to be clearing an absolute bucket ton worth of cobblestone out from here. Like, just the welcome garden area is probably going to be maybe 3 times bigger than the one that I built in my Inception series, but it's still going to be fantastic. But the thing is, when we look this way, I just get those memories coming back from that server, seeing the cobblestone round here, and then the doorways. Obviously not these ones, because it's just the plain simple doorways, and it's so tight. Oh bugger, it's night time. Let me just sleep a minute. Yeah, but I'm thinking it will be an absolutely fantastic base when it is done. Though, as to when it will be done, I haven't got a clue, because like I said, I've got to shift an absolute butt ton of cobblestone. Though the cobblestone from in here is going to be put to good use. Because remember when I was saying about the statues, like the 4 statues pointing each direction, i.e. 1 north, 1 south, 1 west and 1 east. Well, if we just look all the way at the top of the mountain, we'll be able to see that I have started to make how can I put it? I've started to build it, and just looking from down here, you can just imagine exactly how epic the thing is going to be. And the fun thing was, like, if you just see all these little cobblestone pillars popping out, it took ages trying to work out exactly what sort of distance I want between each of the 4 statues. I had it jotted down in a little grid notepad, but each time I came to keep putting it down, yeah, I kind of kept putting it wrong. It took me about an hour just to figure it all out. Yeah, that's going to be pretty fun itself, but at least that's all done and I can get onto building. The only fun part is, like, when we look to the back of the mountain, it's kind of not level with this side. Let me just go to the top and I'll show you. So this is kind of what I mean. If we just do look out in this direction, you can see all these torches here are just indicating where the body and the arms are of each of the statues and stuff. But the only problem we've got is, just as you can see, it goes down quite a considerable distance compared to the front. And when I originally looked at this mountain, I thought it was just one sort of dome. But little did I know, Minecraft generates land randomly, and this is what I've got to play with. So it's going to be quite intriguing to work out exactly how I'm going to do it. I might end up doing it like this side. Which one's this facing? That's the west one, and that's the south one. I might do them a little lower compared to, say, the north and the east ones. But to be honest, I'm not too fussed either way. But all I'm thinking about is getting these things done, and these shouldn't really take too long because I'm starting to make good progress on this one. Luckily enough, most of the work was already done, i.e. the mounting point, so that is a good one on me though. These other 3, they're going to be the challenging ones, especially this one over here, because we have an absolute ginormous drop and we have a giant lava pool which I think I need to block off, or at least put in a bucket so that's out of the way. Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. I might have to stream this, actually showing the build, and maybe do highlights of it on YouTube. That could be one possibility. Right, let's just get down to the bottom now. This is going to be the fun part, getting down to the bottom. There is only one really easy way of getting down, and it's this way. Holy Christ, I can't believe each time I literally jump from the top to the bottom, I always miss that one by about 2 blocks, but I ain't too bothered. Every time I do it, it's always fun. Oh god, get me enjoyment from jumping off a humongous mountain in Minecraft. What is up with me? So anyways, we have come to the point where we are ending the episode. Yes, the episode is probably about a few minutes shorter than I was originally anticipated it to be, but we've got the first one done, so hopefully by the start of the next episode we'll have this first statue out of the way, and then we'll be working on the second and then third, fourth. So like I said, we might either do streaming of all 4 on Twitch and do the highlights, or we could do like 1 per episode with a little few little jobs inside here. One possibility. And one other little thing I want to add is we still got spaces open, so if you do want to join the server, I will put a link in the description, so go ahead, check the link out. So anyways, like I said, if you have enjoyed this episode and would like to see much more from myself and this server and many other different series, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, please subscribe, and obviously ignore the fact I haven't got a chestplate because I got killed by a zombie before. I will see you next time.